Hey YouTube, I know it's kind of early, since most of y'all used to seeing me at night. So I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes. I'm eating me some ice cream. I need I need to be cooking dinner. That's what I need to cook, but I don't know what to cook. I just went to the church that gives out free food, and today they gave out these bags of what's called fresh food. It's like a food kit where you get like in this case I had got three. So it was like one onion, one bell pepper, red pepper, little small little one, um, some kind of I don't know, some kind of grain. I don't know what it was. Onion, green onion, and they also had this kind of tomato and a wrap. And it had a QC code, so you could click on it, and then it would show you what you could make from it that was in this bag. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't, I couldn't figure out. I said, what can I make with these? So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna I just kept them in the bag, separate bags. And what I'm gonna do is I'm waiting for my phone to charge, and I'm gonna go on Weight Watchers, and there's an option where it says what's in your refrigerator, and you click on it, and it'll give you ideas of things to make. So I think what I'm gonna make is like a sausage, peppers, um, type of meal. I'm gonna cut up some sausage, smoked sausage, um, peppers, and onions, and probably do like a noodles. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna make something. I'm just gonna make up something. I don't want to do spaghetti. I was planning on cooking spaghetti because it's easier for me to make spaghetti and make sauce and save it throughout the week. Like at least like 3 4 days, 3 days the most. Well, 4 days the most, because it's easier for me to make the noodles, have something to take for me, especially when I work tomorrow night. Let's say cancel or the trucks don't come in. Hey, one person watching. What happened? There was two people on here, and all of a sudden it dropped down to one. Go ahead and say hello so I can know who I'm talking to. Even if you're at work, most of the time people watch and lurk in the background. And I know I get a lot of people later on in the evening, so if I don't get too many people, up here go two people back again. Go ahead and tell me who you are so I can say hello. I'll come on later on tonight, so if nobody comes on, then I'm just gonna. Okay, let me just go ahead. So today I went and did one store, which was Kroger's up in Loganville, which is about 14 miles up 78. And when I went there, it was around. I went there. It was 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. And it was a lot of people in that store. I mean, it wasn't like crowded Saturday food shopping crowded, but um, it was quite a number of people in the store today. And I had to do milk. I have to hood milk and check the inventory, take pictures, this and that or whatever. Dairy, do a dairy audit. And pretty much when I was going through, particularly the milk section, um, there were empty shelves. It wasn't full to capacity, but it wasn't like, like, ooh, ain't nothing in here. But, you could tell people are shopping based on price and what's cheaper. And, um, Kroger had sales today. I did see they had sales like on the hood milk, which is like that Lasset milk and almond breeze. Normally those milks is like not $3. The half a gallon is usually like $3.99 for a half a gallon, not the gallon milk. The gallon milk was $4.39 and $4.99, and then it was on sale for $3.99. I think it was something like that. Well, put it this way, it was still kind of pricey because you could get the regular Kroger brand milk, whether it be 2% whole milk for $2.39, but that's expensive because Kroger milk, if you got a gallon, it usually be like, you usually see it for like at one time $1.89, $1 something or whatever. So for it to be $2.39, that's kind of higher in price, but it's the most cheaper of all the milks if you drink milk. So whether you drink 1%, 2% whole milk, the store brand milk like Kroger, Publix would be cheaper than say a major brand like Mayfield or one of those major brands, which is like $4 and some change up to almost $5 and change for that type of milk. So, but when I went through doing my inventory for the store, they did have items that were not filled up capacity. So it was kind of like I would look in the back. I try to look to see if they had any more in the back. So whatever milk they had, they put it out. But it wasn't that bad. But one thing I noticed is, like I told someone, depending on the area, depending on the neighborhood, if you go to if I went to, let's say I went to Memorial Drive and went to Walmart, which I don't shop at Walmart. I don't care. I just can't find myself shopping at Walmart. One, I don't like standing in lines. I think depending on which Walmart you go to, sometimes it'll be a little bit raggedy and unorganized. And it's always been like that, even before COVID came along. Walmart's always been, but they've improving the Walmarts. They're remodeling a lot of the Walmarts, changing the layouts and stuff. So there's been some major improvement with Walmart, and I could see the difference. Some that used to be, especially like Lawrenceville Highway and stuff, I start to see some of the upgrades and remodeling they've done. All the Walmarts will be eventually remodeled, not just in Georgia, but across the country. Because Walmart is, hey, 3 people, Walmart is now trying to go online with Walmart.com. They're pushing their delivery service. Even when people want to shop online, they could either go to Walmart and then wait in the car and someone brings out the groceries for them, or you could hire one of those services like DoorDash or whatever, and even Walmart has its own delivery service, Spark. So now there's only 2 Walmarts in Georgia, Sandy Springs and Morrow, where you could be a Spark driver, which is an independent contractor. You go to the Walmart and then you do deliveries. But I have not signed up yet. I downloaded the app because I don't want to go to Morrow. That's too far. And Morrow is like South Georgia. Like not South Georgia. It's like South Atlanta, going near the airport College Park, past East Point, um, that part, way down in the south. I live on the east, so that's a little bit too far for me to be going just to do deliveries for Walmart at groceries. So I was trying to wait to see if Sandy Springs had any availability, but I guess not because when you go to Sandy Springs, that's a little bit more on the northern suburbs, Alpharetta, Roswell, Sandy Springs. That area tends to be a little bit more affluent. Let me put it that way. People got more money over there. Morrow, not so much. Now they've changed in the last 3-4 years since I've been down there. Morrow was kind of raggedy, and I don't feel like going over there, because number one, a lot of people, they're gonna probably shop at Walmart, and if it's this particular Walmart and they don't have no car and deliveries, the payout may not be as great. So I'm not gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna wait. Now, I'm not saying all of Murrow is like that because Murrow is a small, very small suburb. But the last time I've been in that area, it was kind of sketchy. It's like Stone Mountain, how you can see declined in areas and stuff. Not upkept. Not saying all of Stone Mountain is like that, but the majority of Stone Mountain is like that. It's very few areas that start to look really nice, but that's what Murrow reminds me of. You could tell it used to be very nice back in the day or whatever, and then you start seeing a whole lot of ethnic groups living in certain areas, and then not to say if it's all black or all Mexican that's going to be raggedy, but most of the time, and that's because there's some white folks that be living there. I remember white folks living over there, but it'd be more poor white trash. Let me not say that. I said not gonna be like that no more. It'd be more like poor white people that always lived there, never left, but it's more, that area is very more distressed from the last time I've gone through there. And the only reason why I went through Murrow was because, say, there's a back way. You could go down Moreland Avenue and go all the way down Moreland Avenue, and then you could get to the airport. See, I don't like taking, I know how many back ways to go because I used to go over there for whatever reason. I know what it was because when I was doing Instacart or one of those deliveries, Deliv or whatever, sometimes it'll take me to go to College Park or something. So that's how I came across Murrow. When I was doing Amazon Flex or something, sometimes I have to go to College Park or East Point, and then somehow I say, you know what, you can always take this particular highway that'll take me right back home to Stone Mountain. There's so many back cuts you could go. So going through Murrow, one time I had got a ticket. They were talking about I passed the stop sign. The thing covered all in trees, and I had to go to court at Murrow. And Murrow is it's like I said, it's a suburb, small little suburb. It's a quaint town as you go to the main downtown, but it's not, for what I remember seeing, and this was few years, this was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. It has its good points, but it's like a sleepy small town, but ain't too much out there. It was a lot of factories and stuff out there one time. You could tell. But they don't have factories like that. So that's how that town reminded me of. So I said, nope, I'll wait and see if Walmart expands its delivery to other locations. And once it do, then I'll look at it and consider it. But anywho, so I went to the store and things are going up. they had a 20-pound chicken thighs. Was it chicken thighs? Chicken quarters. Big bag at the chicken quarters. And it was $6.49. And it was like 20 pounds. And I was like, man, I should get that, stock that in my freezer, because, but they don't take Apple Pay. So, and I didn't feel like, I think I didn't have the car in the car, and I didn't feel like really um, doing it. So they had some really good prices. Like I said, they had this big old huge bag of chicken quarters for $6.49. Of course, they had chicken wings, and I looked. I said, I'm not paying no $15 for no family pack of chicken wings. So nope. Um, I didn't really go scoundrel out the whole store because I wasn't there ready to go shopping, and I didn't go to see what they had. All right, 4 people watching, go ahead and leave a comment so I know who's in here and say hello. But one thing I'm starting, like I told someone before, I know I went off topic, that depending on the area, if you like I went to one of the Krogers further down Loganville. I think I was still in Loganville, or was it Grayson? It might have been Loganville still. But it was a Kroger that I went to that was more closer to Snellville. It wasn't Snellville. I wasn't, but it was the one further down. Hey, Sharky Phelps. And when I went to this particular Kroger, which was on 78, but I could tell the area was a little bit kind of like, too many of us is Mexican. I ain't see a whole lot of white folks up there in the Kroger. So I was like, why this Kroger ain't got nothing? It looked at so like they didn't, like the quality wasn't there. I was like, dang, they ain't got nothing filled up. It was kind of like the expensive milk. I went to, they said, oh, we keep that in this healthy food section. They didn't even keep it in the regular milk section with all the other milks. So when I went up there was nothing on the shelves. The shelves looked like it was dirty. It looked like everything was all mixed up. It was nothing. And I said, well, I'm here to put the product up on the shelves because they don't have anybody to put up the item, but the company with the hood milks, they want to make sure that their product is put out, not behind in the back somewhere. We can't let you go back there. I said, fine. I wasn't trying to do it anyway, you know. And the black guy, he was supposed to be the manager on duty. Some young black guy, he looked like he was trifling because he was just walking around with his little white girlfriend in the store. And he said, I can't let you go back there. I was like, well, shoot. How are people supposed to get anything if y'all are not even stocking the shelves? And that's what I'm thinking in my mind. I was like, well, I don't care. I said, you come back tomorrow? I said, nope. Because once I finish that store, that's it. I ain't coming back there tomorrow unless they want me to do a round 2 or 3 and you come back every frequent to check. But once I finish that assignment, that's it. I ain't coming back the next day. Once I finish my assignment, I do it that one time and that's it. So I noticed that certain, depending on areas you go to, they don't have priority or preference in terms of putting stuff out there. I'm just saying, So today, when I went to that other Kroger, which was 4 miles further up the road, and the clientele started looking a little bit different. It's still black folks living in Loganville, but it was more like when you start seeing a whole lot of white folks, older white people. I saw a whole lot of more white folks up in that particular Kroger today, and um, you could tell that was that wasn't at an old Kroger. I think they might have built that in the last few years because Loganville and certain areas and certain suburbs, when they start, something bit me. When they start having more development, more higher pricing homes. They'll build a Kroger, they'll build Aldi's, and and the amount of people in terms of income level, because it's not always about race. It's not always about race. It could also be income, because the more the stress an area is, like if I went to, I assure you, if I went to the Kroger on Memorial Drive in the hood, I don't even think they have a Kroger anymore. I think they closed that Kroger down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to think about that. I think they closed that Kroger, if I'm not mistaken. And if when they did have a Kroger on Memorial Drive, it was looked like a flea market, because when I went in there, they had like this hood barber shop, this such nail salon. It wasn't even like a major outlet store. It was like, these Asian little stores that be selling you cheap items in the store, in the Kroger. It was like a store within a store, and it was so dark, so dirty, so disgusting. And I don't know, this was last year I went, because I had to go there for something. I said, "Ooh, I will never go to this store," you know, to merchandise, whatever. Hold up a second, I'll be back. I need to put this ice cream up for it to melt. Hold up, y'all, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Now it's down to 3 people. So yeah. So I think that depending on the area, the worse the area is, the less likely they'll have anything in their supermarket. Now, I'm not saying that the ones that are more in a better affluent area is fully stocked, because that's not either, but it's a little bit more better than say most, because there's a shortage of drivers delivering. Then, of course, production of farmers and meat plants and things like that, cutting back on production because they don't have, like the fires and the weather and everything else affecting the cattle, beef, chicken, and everything else. They're not able to go to the market to produce the items like bacon and beef and pork and chicken and whatever. I know a lot of people say, "Well, I don't eat beef anyway," but it's not. That's not the point. You know, it's everything in regards to food. Whatever you eat, whether it be pork, beef, vegetarian, whatever, all those things, every product is effective. Even produce. You go to look at the produce. That's why I don't like Walmart, because Walmart don't have no wide selection of produce in their stores. Never did. And but if you go to Publix and Kroger's, Aldi's. Now Aldi's, like I said, when I went there Sunday, it was towards the end, and they still have produce, but it's not as abundant like it used to be. I could tell you that. So, um, as things go in season, like for instance, I was like, why everybody getting watermelon? So, because watermelon is about to end the season. Give it about September or so, because next month you won't see, because watermelon's not grown. And if you see where it comes from, like it says, oh, all the way from Mexico and stuff, they're not shipping things. I always try to get produce that's closer grown. Like when you like, that's why I like the farmers market. It would say from Florida, from California, from Georgia. But as the season changes with produce, you see different things. Like today, I don't know. Oops, y'all didn't see it. I ain't even. I did do my planting. Let me show y'all real quick. See, this is a planter. Now, this is only going to be spearmint, peppermint, lemon balm. I'm missing something. Peppermint, spearmint, lemon balm, and it's only like the herbs, so it's not like kale or anything like that. That is going to be put in more bigger pots. Not this. This is like the stackables I bought at the Dollar Tree. So let me put it back on the window. Lemon balm, spearmint. Yeah, it's lemon balm, spearmint, and peppermint. That's what I'm growing in those stackables. And the little one in the middle, I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in that yet. I think I may put not tomato. I don't know where I'm putting that little one. It's in the middle. So I'm gonna put something in there, but I do have so that's just more of the what you call it, the herbs, I guess you could say. Then downstairs in the foyer, I have a bunch of pots and stuff. And then outside, I have not yet started putting anything in the outside because the ground or the little section I have, I'm going to start putting adamants, you know. And that's one thing I have to do with those planters too. So 3 months I would have to add like adamants, like like other nutrients for the soil. So right now that thing is it hasn't propagated, it has not germinated yet. And I do have like a little plant that I had cut off when I was at Lowe's. And one time I had cut off a little piece of plant. I let that grow. Let me show y'all that. I had a little piece of, I don't know what kind of plant this was. I had a little piece. It wasn't big like this. This grew like this. It was like, say, it was like one of these, like one little one. I had that. I had put it in some water. Put that down. I put it in some water and it propagated for me to replant into a pot. So this is how much it's grown. This wasn't like this. This was like a little piece of plant, like literally. It was like one little piece. And it looked like it was dying. It was like one little leaf like this. So imagine you have one of these leaves. You could grow flowers and regrow things from trimmings, right? So if you see something like a flower or a plant or whatever, you could just put it in some water and then it'll grow to a stem and then you can replant it and then it'll grow to a plant. So that has done a lot. And then inside of this is something else growing. I can't remember what it is. Y'all see the little green things in here? I have put I can't remember what it was. God dang it. But anyway, y'all put it this way. Give it about a couple months. It's gonna be it's gonna be something else growing in that thing. So I'll be surprised. I just can't remember what I put. It might have been thyme or something. I know it's something that I'm going to use. Put it that way. It's something I'm growing. It's going to grow in that little pot. It's going to be something else, but I just can't remember. I want to say it was thyme or parsley, or it wouldn't be parsley. I don't know. I'll be surprised when it grows to something. So I just can't remember. So basically, these food shortages is real, y'all. It's not about prices. It's going up. Prices are going up because supply and demand, but it's also shortages. And with those shortages, with going to the grocery store, it also affects shortages when you go to fast food places and restaurants. So you could go to a restaurant and they're going to pass the prices along to the customer, you know? Now, certain places like Culver's, and I went to Culver's the other day, have they don't seem to have any problem. I know they went up in their price though, but they still really not as expensive. It's not like you're paying $12 for a meal, but they still seem to not run out of things, like lettuce and stuff like that. So they seem to be doing pretty good. But see, Culver's, they don't use Uber Eats and Grubhub and, places to order food and get the food from them. So people are either going to go to the drive through, and Culver's is opening doors. So, and I just think their quality is so good. The customer service is good too. Very rare do I come here and get anybody with an attitude with Culver's. Very rare. And I haven't, seen any effects of food shortages, so that's good. Um, Chick-fil-A, of course, they don't have any of their Chick-fil-A sauce. If they do, they was shortage on that for a while. So you don't. They ask people, do you want any sauce? They don't just give you. They don't randomly give you any sauce unless you ask. And trust and believe. You gotta tell them, oh, can I get salt and pepper? Because they are not just gonna give you no salt and pepper and ketchup. Nope. They'll just give you your food and that's it. So if you say, well, I ain't got no ketchup, you didn't ask, you ain't getting it. And they ain't giving out a whole handful of stuff, They'll be like, can I have a ketchup? They'll give you one. So you don't specify, said, and they ain't gonna give you a whole bunch like that, They ain't. And they just gonna change their menu, They take certain things off the menu. I heard now one thing I would say with Chick-fil-A, even though I don't buy nuggets and stuff from them, like rather than you getting 8-piece nuggets, that you only getting 6 or 5. Um, it's not as big like it used to be, like the chicken sandwich. I mean, it's still regular size chicken sandwich. I'm talking about when you get like the biscuit for breakfast and stuff. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes it could be a nice, good size. Sometimes it's small. It just all depends. But prices have gone up. And as for gig economy work, like DoorDash seems to be the main food delivery, at least here in Georgia. It seems to me that DoorDash, I don't hear too much about Uber Eats like I used to, but with people going to fast foods and stuff like that, and only people who really be ordering from these fast food places is usually gonna be young people like teenagers and stuff, preteens. They're gonna probably want to order Uber Eats and food like from fast food places. But see, they ain't the ones who got no money. They ain't the ones. If the parents say, okay, they got an allowance and they choose to spend their money like that, they ain't gonna be. You know how young people are. Younger people, when it comes to spending their money, they tight. And I can't say I didn't do that as a child because every child does that. When it's your own money, you ain't quick to spend it. You're not quick to spend your money as fast or as quickly compared to if your parents are the ones buying it. You know, they be in the store, be observing these kids. They be like, I want this, I want that. Can I get this? And they're thrown in the cart. Like they say yes and stuff, and they be begging for things. But the minute someone says, "Oh, use your own money," you get an allowance or whatever, or they get a little job somewhere, and it's time for them to spend their own money. They were like, "Well, this is expensive. It ain't cost so much." I overheard a few weeks ago It was these two girls. I could tell they were teenagers. They was, man, they were, I think they were looking at school supplies or whatever they were looking for. I know they were buying something for themselves, and they start complaining about the price. No, it was at Publix, and they were young, young girls, and they were complaining about the price. So all of a sudden, it was like they a little bit more conscientious when it comes to looking at their um, bank check card, cash app, or whatever. When it comes to looking at their account, all of a sudden they conscious when it comes to pricing. But let they be in their store with their parents, they act like prices don't mean nothing. Somebody else buys it for them, they ain't got no care in the world. Like my niece, when we went to make the reservation for my nephew's wedding in Louisiana, and I told my sister where most people, everybody gonna be at that was coming from out of town that was going to the wedding. So my sister humming and humming all made reservation for a hotel at the last minute. So I had stayed at the Hyatt, whereas my other two sisters stayed at a different hotel, but mine looked way better. And she asked me, "Oh, Brianna, she wants to know if she could share a room with you because obviously she's 20. She'll be 21 in a couple of months, a couple of weeks rather, September, and she's working. You know, she's not in high school anymore. That's the one that graduated from high school a couple of years ago when I went to the high school graduation. So I said, okay, well, we just split the bill, whatever it costs. So my niece didn't made no reservation, nothing of the sort. So now I guess she thought my sister was going to make the reservation and pay for it or whatever. Then all of a sudden she tells me, Brianna said she may stay with her grandmother, my ex brother in law mother, because he came from New York. She said she may stay in the room with them, knowing darn well that her grandmother, not my mother, but the other grandmother, I'm quite sure she would have been open to let her stay in the room and stuff, but um, I think her son paid for the rooms and stuff, and the airfare or whatever. I don't know. So all of a sudden, going down to the last 2 days before I was to go down there and make my plane reservation, my niece didn't make no reservations or nothing. To the same hotel, we were gonna all stay in the same hotel and stuff like that, so we could spend time together. But it was like I was down the street, further down the street, but I wasn't gonna rent no car. I wasn't gonna be driving, so pretty much, I asked my sister they could pick me up. We go to the wedding together, and if one could pick me up from the airport and drop me, whatever. Because I wasn't trying to rent no car. I already had spent and accumulated a lot of money to go to the wedding, which was only over the weekend. So it just proves that, see, now my niece, they acting tight. They tight with money. All of a sudden, you ain't got no money, but yet that morning they was like, "Oh, we was gonna get our hair done, or we need to get our nails done." All of a sudden, and I ain't saying that price of nails getting done is way cheaper than a hotel, but if you splitting the bill, it wouldn't have been that much. But see, my niece, you gonna be 21. You can't be going around. I ain't got no money. I want to stay in the room with my mom, and or whatever. It's get to the point where you're gonna have to make your own decisions, spend your own money. You know, people always be trying to be free. I hate to say it, but a lot of kids be freeloaders. They ain't got no money. They broke. They have a job, whatever, and then they ain't pay no bills. You ain't got no apartment. You live at home with my sister. You ain't paying no bills. I know she ain't. You know about this event months ago, and I don't know. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. People will cry broke. So, but yeah. So, oops. So decline in the gig economy. That's the other thing. When I was about walking about the supermarket doing my gig job with the survey, um, I came across this other girl. I see that she was on an app, and I asked her, "Did she do Instacart?" And she was doing Instacart, doing the grocery shopping. So first, she was kind of a little bit kind of ways. So I just asked her a question. I said, "Okay, I used to do Instacart a few years ago." And I said, "Yeah, they paid more money back then than I'm quite sure now." But that was her main job. So I don't. I think she ain't had no other job. So I told her about with the gig that I was doing, and I sent her the link, the referral link, and I told her about it. And she says, "I be think it's a scam." I said, "No, it ain't no scam. You know, it's not a scam." I explained it to her what it actually you do. So and so I sent her the referral link. I'll probably send her some of the other links I have too. If y'all look on the description box, y'all see some referral links that I posted, not just for jobs, but it's also for making money from your receipts. Like you scan your receipt and you get points, and you could buy gift cards for other stores like Walmart or whatever you shop. You could buy gift cards, or you could just let it accumulate for cash, and you could actually deposit it into your um, bank account or PayPal, and it is legit. So, but people be thinking it's legit, it's a scam. Nope, it ain't no scam. Trust me. I've been accumulating points for various different things. Sometimes I could use one receipt for multiple different things, you know. And I just cashed out a field agent. It was like $150 something dollars, and those are like real little type of assignments. So um, I think when I did it last year, I let that thing accumulate to like $500, but I haven't been doing a whole lot with the field agent app. And they had a lot of mystery, find this product in the store type of thing. And I was, so I haven't been doing too much with the field agent compared to like last year when I did it, because I looked at it as a game, like, ooh, but it wasn't as many bigger assignments with them. But with survey, pretty much, um, like I said, I can a minimum. I can make $500, $600, but I try to let it accumulate. But lately, I've been getting a lot of different requests for different things, and so I tried to tell people about it, but a lot of people signed up for my referral links through the last year and a half that I've been doing it. Some people started doing it, some people haven't. So I guess if there was a lot of videos made about it, that would be fine. But when I first came across it, there were people doing it, but I haven't seen a lot of videos made specifically about merchandising, because they even starting to pay, you know, they still pay pretty good, especially when it comes to the remodeling of stores. Like they have it like you could work for 8 hours and they'll pay 120 to $150 or $15 an hour or something, of $20 an hour. And you may go to a store, because there's several companies that have a contract, like they're doing these remodels for Walmart. And you can go to Best. I mean, it's like a lot of stores where they change over from the season, from the fall coming up. They hire people from these companies to work, and you either are an employee for a company or you are an independent contractor like myself. So, and most of the time when you first get there, they so disorganized that they haven't even, they still looking at the planogram and trying to break up. So sometimes you'll be waiting a whole hour before you start. I mean, you still getting paid from the time you clock in, but um A lot of times you trying to figure out, okay, I'm with this company. What team did I work on? Because when you work for, there's a company called Rock something. Those are employees, so they've been traveling team. Some people come from other states, and they go to different states to do resets at stores. And there are companies that's what they do. They just reset. They change the shelves when they need to break down. When they need to redo a whole supermarket. Those are companies that hire people to work as employees, or you can work as an independent contractor doing that. You know what? This ice cream is just melting right in front of me. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back in a second. There's 5 of y'all, but only one person said hello. Everybody else speak. Say hello. Say something. Showing all my breasts. Put my way on back. All right, I'm back. Why I keep going down to 3 people? First it was says 5, now it says 3. Sharky Phelps, you want to come online before I end this stream? Look at here. Tyson F. I see you back. You left out here yesterday. You got people thinking that I chased you away and was mean to you. You left off all like goodbye. Had people thinking I was mean and shoved you off. Hmm. You always come on here when it's like an hour before it's time for me to go. So I ain't got no. I only have about 20 hours a month, and this is out. That was not mean to you, Tyson F. See how you tell that story? What did I say that was mean? All right, y'all can go in the live stream if you want to talk. You don't have to show your face when you go online. Just talk. You show your avatar, but you could talk because I don't want to be one-sided talking. Oh, after a while, it gets kind of boring. And especially when, mm, see, because it didn't happen. You can't forget something that never happened. It never happened. That's why. But I don't know. But like I said, how we gonna overcome this economy? And I don't know. It's kind of strange. The thing is that the way I approach it, or the way I'm going to approach it, is you can just take one day at a time and don't try to speculate what's going to happen. Don't try to speculate, especially when it comes to the market. No, Sally said that. We'll wait and see. See, I'm here early today, so I'll be back later on this evening because it's 7:35. So I'm gonna lay down for a minute, and then because most of the people seem to come on more later in the evening because I've been on here since like 6:30 ish. So yeah, but what I'm saying is that you see so many people on YouTube with the YouTube videos talking about gloom and doom and oh the market's going to happen, the real estate collapse, and it's going to be a meltdown, and it's going to be this bubble's going to bust. Everybody making all these speculations, and then when there's something supposedly good going on, and I don't know if it say good, but if the stock market is high or real estate prices are high, you got these certain people that says, "Oh, that's fake. That's fake. That ain't real." Blah blah blah. I was like, and it was like, and these people, these two people in particular, one lives in California. Well, both of them live in California. These white men, and they got big YouTube channels. They got a lot of subscribers. Put it that way. And they always be talking the same thing. Literally, they never on live. You know, they don't do live stream too much, but they always be walking around and they'll say the same thing over and over and over and over again. Look at this. These buildings are empty. Oh, look at the people homeless on the streets and all these tents and blah blah blah. And they keep saying the same thing. And then they bring people on as a guest. Like they said, this person works in real estate and this person is whatever. And they always over talk. They never let them give their views. They always got some. I was like, it was so aggravating watching some people on YouTube. And then it's like, um, one thing I noticed when people have YouTube channels, it's always different types of segments that I've been watching lately. But all the doom and gloom and the economy and this gonna bust and this and that, but no one. And then their solution is I buy silver and gold. Okay. I mean, I bought me what 3 silver coins. I told y'all about that. I still got this sitting right up on this desk. Here's my coin. And I haven't checked to see what the value of it was yet. But, I have things spread out. I have a thrift plan, when I worked at the government. And, I'll be 53 this year. And in about a few more years, I gotta see I can't remember what the age was where when you get to a certain age, you have to take a major distribution. That means you have to start withdrawing from your retirement plan when you reach a certain age. But if you take it out early, then you're paying a penalty and they withhold the taxes on it and you're paying the tax on it when your tax return. So you lose 60 something percent of your value when you do that. I tried to tell that to somebody the other day. All right, Tyson. You have to take care of yourself. Yeah, right. Sugar mama. Sugar mama implies that you're young and I'm older. So when you say sugar mama, if you old, I'm not no sugar mama. If you old, can't be a sugar mama to somebody who's old. Nope, not gonna do that. Ain't no woman supposed to be taking care. I take out the trash. I'm 43. All right, 43, with no voice and no picture. I do need my grass cut, by the way. I don't know what it is with people with this. I can't come today. It's the weather. Man, I looked at that. Looked outside all day. It did not rain at all. People be making up stuff. Oh, I can't make it because something came up. Oh, this and that, whatever. I may be cutting that grass tonight. I'm trying to wait and see when it gets. Let me see. It's 7:40. I need to cut that grass tonight. It's 7:40. The sun will be up for probably till about 8. But I don't know if I'll finish in time. I'll cut it tomorrow. When I get up tomorrow, I'm gonna cut it tomorrow. Even though tomorrow's Thursday, so I gotta work with Amazon. But I don't know. We'll see because it seems like every Thursday they always get this message about VTO trucks didn't come in. So we'll find out what happens tomorrow. But for the last 2 weeks, I only was able to work 2 days. And then, even though 2 weeks ago I did take a PTO time, so 1 week I worked one. Yeah. Hey, Sally Windsor. I tell y'all Tyson will be back. Talk about he leaving. I knew you were gonna come right on back. I told you, did I tell you? I said Tyson gonna be right on back here tomorrow night when I get on. Yep, he's still getting fresh. I'm trying to get somebody to come on in here. But thank you, Sally. You have a channel too, or you don't have a channel? I realize a lot of people that subscribe to my channel. I'm not talking about the big, well, not big YouTubers, but some of y'all. I'm talking about the ones who were doing the gig work app, Uber Eats and all that stuff. That had all these subscribers and stuff. Like I said, when Uber Eats and all that, I haven't even seen them make a video. No, I would be bored. No, you wouldn't. I've seen worse people get on YouTube, be having 50,000 subscribers and all that stuff. I see people I was like, how the hell they got all these subscribers and they ain't be talking about nothing. And then they got, like I tell you, they got this whole beef sector where they just dox each other, put personal information, and I don't know. Only person I know, a couple of y'all know I'm talking about, but don't get into that. The beef sector. Sally is jealous because I didn't ask her out. Tyson, you're going to be put in timeout. Keep on. But I don't know. But I appreciate if y'all look on the description at the video in the description box, there are several links that I put on there. Some of them you save money on groceries. Not save on, but you put it this way, it's like you get money back on receipts from your grocery shopping or shopping in general, and you could accumulate and get a gift card. Some of them show where you could get cash back. Let me see what I've done so far. I made some pretty good little stride in that. I made some pretty good things with that. With those apps, not working. Anywho, but I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit hard. I don't know why gas prices went to $2.99 today. It was like that 2 days ago, but at one time it was just Sunday. Gas was $2.78 because I was driving back home and I said, "Ooh, gas is $2.78," even though it was as low as $1.50, $1.70. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm filled up today. Only one of the cars, the Toyota. I didn't even fill up. I need to fill up on my Nissan, but I don't drive that vehicle as much because I'm not trying to put a whole bunch of miles on it. So the Corolla is what I use to go out and about when I do these stores. So I know. Tomorrow I'll be driving the Nissan when I go to work. So when I drive tomorrow, I'm gonna fill up. Well, put it this way, I'm gonna try to fill up at least maybe. I think let me see. I'm gonna try to fill up tomorrow with the other car, and then because I don't want to keep one car stagnant too long. So tomorrow I'll be driving the Nissan Rogue, but I try not to put a whole lot of miles because the Corolla still has 149,000 miles. So I got $13 worth at $3.29. Man, how many was that? That was only what? 5 gallons of gas? No, 4 gallons, almost a little bit under $4 a gallon. About 4.2 something a gallon. That's not even a lot. What kind of car you got, Sally? Because unless you have a small shoe, that's not even a half a tank of gas. Tyson, you so silly. You would have gotten 15. Ooh, two more, a gallon and a half. I know one thing. I heard something about California gas is like $5 or something. I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna pay $5 a gallon for gas. Ain't no way. I remember a few years ago when the gas was short here in Georgia. Well, it ain't about being cheap. It's just a matter of because I always heard it's never good to fill up like that anyway. If you're gonna fill up with gas, you might as well fill it up all the way, and you just have it enough to last you for depending on how much you drive. See, I don't drive too far. The furthest I ever driven is when I go to work, and that's 60 something miles for 3 days. And if I work 3 days, um, and I don't fill up all the way, like I wouldn't probably. Let me see. I have a home. I filled up with the Corolla the other day, and I drove around or whatever, mostly a lot of local places. I should have gas for at least 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and then when I fill up the other vehicle tomorrow, um, to go to work, then I'll kind of switch up. So I'm not going to drive that car all day. Hey, Dorian, I'm not going to drive the Nissan 3 days this week. I'm gonna drive it tomorrow for sure, and then I'll probably drive it 2 days. But yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna drive it 2 days this week to work, not to do all this running around with the merchandise gig jobs. So, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, I've been on here for an hour and 13 minutes, and I need to lay down. Everybody, y'all just getting on here towards the end. I try to come back in an hour. It's what, 7:50? No, don't go. You always say that. No, don't go. You came in late. Didn't I say I was gonna come back at 9 o'clock? I need to lay down. Sally, y'all just got here. Ain't nobody came on the live stream. I tell you, I sent the link in the chat. Sally, you come back. You have to come back. I just need to lay down. My stomach hurt. I don't feel well. I shouldn't have ate all that ice cream like that. I should have just. I need to Besides, I need to cook something. I don't know. I need to lay down because my stomach hurting. Now I feel better. It's just me eating all that ice cream when I shouldn't have ate it. I should have I should have made me a meal. I'm gonna look at my Weight Watchers app and see what I could make. I mean, I got a bunch of groceries anyway. You know, I went to the grocery store, but I don't want to cook spaghetti. What should I do with smoked sausage? Should I do smoked sausage and the peppers? What can I make? I know that could make a good sandwich, but I ain't got no bread. I could cut up the smoked sausage, the peppers, onions. Mm, probably boil me some spaghetti noodles. But what else can I make with that? Like a I want to make something like real, not fancy, but it can look fancy. Wait a minute. I forgot I got me a spinach wrap. You get your plate around 9. All right. Have your plate ready. I forgot. I could still do the sausage and peppers over some like spaghetti, like noodles. not put spaghetti sauce, but like I want to do something with the peppers, smoked sausage and peppers with onions. And let me see. Yeah, I could do it over rice. Yeah, because I need to make something for tomorrow's lunch or dinner when I go to work. So if I have enough, I could do that because I'm trying to cut down on eating carbs and stuff. So no, I don't want mashed potatoes. I'm trying to cut back on the carbs. I do have some kale. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the kale with sausage, peppers, onions over rice. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. All right. I'll see y'all in a few. I can't do nothing over sitting upstairs. Can't cook that scrumptious meal that I just described to myself. All right. So let me lay down for a minute and then I'm gonna go downstairs and prepare my meal and then I will come back and show y'all. I don't want to do no film or cooking video. Besides, I don't have 1,000 subscribers to film it. You know how hard it is to film with something in your with the thing in your hand. You know what? I do have a video thing I could hold. I don't know. I'll think about it. But if I film it, it's not gonna be. It ain't gonna be downloaded right away because I can only film so much, and it takes a minute for it to download. We'll be here. All right. I'll be back. Let me end the broadcast and then I'll come back around 9ish. So y'all be back. I'm gonna try to see if I can film it. It ain't gonna be nothing fancy, so don't I don't know. It depends what the background looks like because I don't have no light in the kitchen, and the only light it's gonna be coming from is the dining room or what I guess you want to say. So, anyways, I'll see y'all in a minute. Y'all come back around 9. It may be a little bit after 9, but the more I keep talking, the more it's holding me up from taking a nap for a minute and getting up and cook my quick meal. So let me look at the Weight Watchers app and see if I can get me some ideas. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. Peppers, onions, smoked sausage. Tyson, you fresh. One day you show your face and and come on in the link. All right, let me go. I'll be back. See you later.